Hey doll peeps, it's Justin. Welcome to today's video. Today's video we're going to be showing how to make an easy doll diorama using inexpensive items from places like Dollar Tree, your local craft or hardware store. I'm going to start by showing how I made the door for the diorama. It is actually a shelf that's about 11 by 4 inches from Dollar Tree. And I'm using some very good spray paint to do an even color, and it's just a very nice wood color, and let that dry before you move on to the next step of embellishing. And these are very inexpensive items I found from Dollar Tree as well, which is these decals and 3D stickers. And as you notice, the shelf does have holes on it, so we are going to use those stickers to cover up that, and you can make this into any configuration that you like. What I do like about customizing is that there are a lot of prefabricated things, but sometimes they have their own style and may not really match the look that you're looking for or desiring. And also, they're also very expensive. So the wood piece and the two sticker packs and the paint I already had on hand. So that was 125 times 3, 375. And then if you didn't have the paint, that's probably another $5 to $6. But that paint can be used for multiple projects. So I already had that on hand. So this is just another inexpensive way to embellish and add design to your diorama. So as you see here, I have just some regular push pins. And those push pins have been painted in 3 different colors. And I needed to see them side by side with the door. So I ended up with this slate blue that I preferred, matching the beautiful bronze and copper color. So that's what I'm going to use on the door. And I'm going to use this rubber mallet to lightly pound those thumbnails into the door. And if you don't have a rubber mallet or any other tool to get that into the door, you can possibly chip off the pin part and then just glue it with E6000 or Gorilla Glue or whatever strong adhesive that you have. Now, what I like about the door, it is not attached physically. It is a freestanding door, so you can just lay it on the walls or prop it open like I have here. So it looks like the doll is coming out of a room or entering the home. Okay, so now let's work on the windows. So I'm using these 4x6 frames and calendar from Dollar Tree. And I'm picking out a scene that will work for my needs. This scene kind of can be day or night, so that's why I'm using it. And then I'm using the glass from the frame as my stencil. So I'm going to use a pen to go around, and then use my safety blade up against the edge of the glass to cut it out perfectly. Now, if you don't have a fancy cutting mat, you can just use some thick cardboard like I did. This is actually the insert of the calendar. And then once you put it into the frame, you have a wonderful window. So now the actual walls. These are 11 by 14 canvases. They're just $1.25 and some white duct tape. So now we're place the panels on its good side facing down, and then on the back side we're going to be adding a seam. So I'm setting this up on the 14 inside because we want it to be tall enough for it all. So once you add the seam, you get it as close to the bottom, and then just trim off the excess with your safety blade. And now it's going to be strong and sturdy. You can make this into any configuration. You can do a 2-panel, but I want a 3-panel. So I'm going to flip it over again and add an additional panel. And you can add more and more if you like. But this will work for the needs that I wanted. And for a size comparison, here is an integrity doll that's about 13 plus inches, and then a Ken doll that is about 12 inches, and they fit nicely. Now, when you're attaching the walls, you want to think about the placement of where those dolls are going to be so that it'll look appropriate in the room. And I'm using poster putty to hang them so that I can take them on and off to change the scene um, whenever I choose to. So just be aware the poster putty can leave residue on some surfaces, but again, this is going to be a regular feature for this diorama to have these windows. I'm not too worried about that. But again, the poster putty allows the ability to take them on and off, which I really like because at the end of the day, when you're done, all of this folds up flat. You can take it where it needs to go or put it away for storage. So that's what's really cool about it. And that's what I love about making it your own, because you can make this any style, any configuration. So some other tips about the frames: look on the back and see if they have anything sticking out. And when you're adding your poster putty, make sure that you don't do it too close to the edge so there's not overspill. And you'll notice in the middle, I took the little anchor that is the stand for the frame off so that the window can be flush. And here's my completed room. And again, the window placement and the doll shows that everything is in its right place. So I'm really happy with this. So now you'll just see me adding some additional furniture, some pre-made Barbie items. Then you'll also see me adding in some pre-made miniatures, even some 3D printed stuff. So enjoy the next set of pictures as you see me doing a little bit of decoration. We're starting off by doing these 3D printed retro items that I got recently, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in the room. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and again, check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and of course here at YouTube at Jouer en Jeu, which means Toys at Play. Bye guys.